Aaron, just maybe a few quick summary remarks. Just remember, of course, everyone dies. Our chance of dying is 100%. What these studies are about is, does particulate air pollution lead to some people dying earlier than they would have otherwise? And the discussion about causation has to do overall with, can a conclusion be reached that particles and inhaling particles in the air increases risk of dying? And we heard from EPA about their methods. We heard from Aaron about a set of methods that are being used by this Global Burden of Disease group. The second question is, if you say yes, particles are leading to premature death, then how much is that increment? And then what you heard about is studies that are used. Arden provided a review. Dan touched on a number of them. You heard from the speakers about different studies and how they have tried to say, well, how much is that increase, and how much is that increase in relationship to some increase in the number of in the concentration of particles in the air. And conveniently, most people do this for an increment of 10 micrograms per cubic meter. So then you saw this question of, well, how much is that increment? And then what Aaron described, which I think gets to this question of quantifying overall how much extra there is. That when the Global Burden does this, they're saying, well, around the world, how many deaths are accelerated by this? And these are not people who would be immortal if air pollution didn't exist or cigarette smoking didn't exist. There's some advancement, and that's what these estimates are about. And you saw some of the statistical machinery that's used to make these calculations sort of laid out in a lot of technical words, but that's what is being done to say how much is this increment.